Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Ace Attorney, Apollo Justice on Luigi Van 64D. In the last episode, we cleared Turnabout Trump. And we kind of don't have a job anymore. Well, that's not a problem. Turnabout Corner is next. As long as we draw a breath, the wheel of fate turns. Spinning big crimes and little crimes together. And when the wheel stops, you die. June 15th. 2 months have passed since Mr. Gavin's arrest. My first trial, and I lost both my mentor and my job. Yeah, I'll admit it, I was screwed. But even when I hit bottom, I told myself I'd never come here. Honest. Here being the legendary Wright Co law offices. Okay, Justice. Time to stop trembling. You must be here for the interview. Right this way. Huh? Hello there. You found the right place. Welcome. Who's this girl? Well now, shall we begin? Begin what? Right, first things first. Any special talents? Talents? Yeah, well, you must have at least one. Well, I guess defending? Defending? An unusual talent, it'll do. With a little jazzing up, of course. You think so? Let's give it a go, shall we? Huh? Go ahead, show me. Defend. Just give it your all you got. Don't hold back now. What are you talking about? I can't just defend here. First lesson, a professional can perform anywhere. Thanks. We want people to be laughing with us, not at us. Thanks. But I'm not sure why they would be laughing at all. What? What exactly do you think you came here to do? What? Defend, no? Excuse me, but do you know where you are? Huh? Yeah, the Wright Co law offices, right? Oh. I was afraid of that. Don't worry, you're not the first. Look, what's going on here? Who are you? I came here to meet with the person in charge. Well, you apparently made no fewer than 2 mistakes. Mistakes? But I got a call from Mr. Wright this morning. Perhaps you should go read the sign out front again. What's there to read? Look, it says right there. Oh. Why does it say Wright Talent Agency? Welcome to the Wright Talent Agency. We've always come to the right place. I'm Tracy Wright, CEO. I'm a magician. It all came flooding back. The trial. The girl. Hello, sir. Please pick a card. That's right. She's my daughter. Trucy. Right. Here, check out our flyer. So, what's your name? Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Well, I guess we'll gather information. So, is this really a talent agency? You bet. Daddy started it 7 years ago when he quit law. Of course, we only have 2 people signed up right now. 2 people. Does that include you? Trucy Wright, magician extraordinaire. I've done a lot of stage shows. Paid, too. I'm a professional, you know. Right. Promise to come to one of my shows, okay? Let's see. Oh, and the other person our agency represents is Phoenix Wright, pianist extraordinaire. The pianist extraordinaire. Your dad, in other words. Didn't he say he couldn't play the piano? Our agency doesn't see that as a problem. Why, there are many magicians who can't do magic. At least you're optimistic, I'll give you that. Alright. So, you're you're Phoenix Wright's daughter? That's right. After Daddy quit law 7 years ago, I promised I'd keep him fed. So I'm kind of a sugar daddy, get it? No. I'm in charge of this whole office, too. Pretty amazing for a young lass of 15, wouldn't you agree? 15? How old's Mr. Wright? Daddy, he's 33 this year. I'm sure there's a good explanation. I hope. Hmm? Yeah, about Phoenix Wright. About Mr. Wright giving up law. It was because of that incident 7 years ago, wasn't it? You know about that? Not the details. I remember the news, though. It was a big deal. So I hear. I was too young to understand what was going on. I'll ask Daddy about it next time I get the chance. Daddy. Right. That reminds me. About Mr. Wright. He gave me a call this morning to come in. Daddy's not here right now. He's in the hospital. The hospital? Yeah, he's on strict bed rest until he gets better. What? Okay. Which hospital is Mr. Wright in? I'll pay him a visit. Oh, the Hickfield Clinic. It's quite close. Right. Well, I'll be going now, and I'll give the showbiz gig some thought, okay? Wait, I'll go with you. Oh boy. Tiny piano. So this is Mr. Wright's hospital. This is it. Yeah, are you the doctor? Yep, Mr. Hickfield's Dr. Hickfield's the name. Good morning, doctor. Hi there, Trucy. Cutie as ever. Is this Daddy's room? Oh yeah, except he's gone for a morning checkup. Be back soon. How are you, Miss Trucy? Got any places you like examined? Doctor, the nurse is looking for you. Why, if it isn't Daddy, you're the cutest little thing in town. So I guess we'll be off then. Later, Trucy. Wow, that's an odd bird that guy was. Oh, getting flashbacks. Morning. Didn't expect you so soon, Apollo. Mr. Wright, what? Hold on, before I talk to him. What are all these? Mr. Wright's bed. It's really messy. Look how messy this is! You're just hopeless without me, aren't you, Daddy? Yikes! She's attempting to clean up. Look out. You got me. What can I say? I was raised in a barn. Try not to let word get out, Apollo, if you don't mind. Yeah, it might ruin your illustrious career pretending to play the piano. Speaking of piano, what? This looks like a child's toy piano. Gotta practice. Wouldn't want my fingers to get stiff. A pro always keeps his weapon close at hand. Shall I play you a tune? No thanks. Unfortunate. I so rarely get the chance to play. Maybe if you were a little better. What are these? A swaying, spiraling stack of DVD cases. Steel Samurai, the Nickel Samurai, the Pink Princess, the Zappy Samurai Electric Bugaboo. They're all children's action hero shows. This kid I know keeps sending them to me. Huh, like a niece or nephew? Something like that. Quite the collection. This kid's parents must be really generous with their allowance. Funny, Miss Wright doesn't seem the type the kids would like. What's that on TV? Looks like some sort of action hero show. Oh, I know that one! That's the Sniffling Samurai! His booger flick attack is the big hit with the grade school crowd. I have no idea you like this kind of stuff, Mr. Wright. Well, what else is there to do when you're stuck in bed? Besides, episodes will just keep piling up if I don't keep up, you know? Yeah. Try not buying them. Now, that's the only time I get to watch and write up my reports. Your reports? It's a long story. Like a lot of things, naturally. One day I'll find out, I guess. Alright, let's chat. What happened? So, what happened? Who could have imagined it? Me, victim of a hit and run. A hit? You were hit by a car? Oh, he tried to swerve, I'll give him that. Picture me tossed 30 feet through the air. Only stopping when my head hit the telephone pole. You hit a telephone pole with your head? You okay? Thankfully, my only injury was a sprained ankle. He really is as lucky as they say. That Trucy. There's something that, well, it just doesn't sit right. I just can't believe you have a daughter, Mr. Wright. And she's so big, not fat, but you know what I mean. Trucy's still a child. Daddy, how many times do I have to remind you? I'm not a child anymore. You'll always be Daddy's little baby girl to me, Trucy. My foot, I'm not buying it. Oh, something you should know about Trucy. She's a magician, right? She told me. Not a mere stage magician. She's a genius. Aw, Daddy. You'll soon come to appreciate her talent. You could just tell me things instead of insinuating them. Whatever. So, why did you contact me? What could the Wright Talent Agency possibly want with me? Nah, no need to get prickly now. Hey, I didn't ask to be dragged in like this. Huh? Did you come to the office of your own free will anyway? Well, yeah, of course. Help, we're in big trouble here at the office. Big! I thought someone was dying. So you don't think this is big trouble? My talent agency represents only 2 people, and one of them is in the hospital. That's right, Daddy. How are we gonna pay this month's rent and the groceries? Yeah, that's the problem with such a tight operation. It's a symbiotic relationship. When one of us falls, the other 2 must fall. This isn't exactly a suitable conversation to be having with your 15-year-old kid. In any case, if Apollo here can't help you, you'll have to transfer to a new school. Again. No, I can't. I just made friends. How can you do this to me? To us, Polly! Huh? What? Now it's my fault? On that note, how about you come work for us? I got the perfect client for you already lined up. A client? You mean I get to do my job? To defend in court? Alright, I'll hear what you have to say. You got him, Daddy! Hook, line, and sinker! Now it's time to reel him in. It's official. I'm scared. Alright. But I also have no other job, so... Alright, so who's the client? Ah, yes. Here, take a look at the map and I'll explain. Last night, I left the office just before 9 o'clock. I was going to that Indochine pasta joint, al dente. I play piano there, of course. That's when it happened. The car sent me flying, nicked a telephone pole, and zoomed away. Creepy, huh? Just a tad. It's almost as creepy as hearing you tell the story like it was no big deal. The car sped off in this direction. So, good luck. Huh? You wanted a client, didn't you? Well, I'm your client. Find the guy who knocked me into the telephone pole. Whoa, hold on. I'm a defense attorney, not a detective. Don't worry. Once you find the guy, I intend to sue him. Then you can stick it to him in court. I'm not a prosecutor either. I'm sorry, but this is crazy. I'm going home. Don't get so worked up. It's just a joke. Huh? Daddy's so sorry, Apollo. He just loves jokes, you know? Even the ones that aren't very funny. Your real client should be stopping by the office any time now. The office? You mean the talent agency? No harm in going. Not like I have anything else to do. One more thing. Do look into my accident too, would you? I marked the scene of the tragedy in this map. It's right in front of this park. Should be easy to find. So he's going to make me investigate this after all. Okay. But first, a time-old tradition. What's that? Looks strangely familiar. How could you not recognize an attorney's badge? It's been 7 years. I've forgotten a lot of things. I guess some 7 years is longer than others. Alright, fine, I'll go looking. Hey! Well, you planning to make me wait, eh? Oh, good morning. Yeah, Drew's it all. Sounds like your pop's in a bit of a rough spot, eh? All's well that ends well, I guess. This is our client? Hey, this is the Apollo fellow, eh? Oh, yes. The name's Apollo. Look at him there, arms all crossed like ready to fight. Yeah, yes, sir. You don't mean that literally, do you? The boss told me what I need, right? Don't let me down now, Apollo. Don't worry about your defense, sir. I'm on it. Defense? Your noodle half-cooked? Too late for defense. My castle's been stormed, my keep's been kept, my noodle stand's been stolen. Noodle? You know Mr. Aldoon from the noodle stand, don't you, Polly? No nicknames, please. And no, of course I don't know him. You new in these parts? Not really. You know the best noodles in town. Aldoon's Noodles. Whose noodles? My noodles. Help me out here, Trucy doll. This is Mr. Guy Aldoon, our client. Maybe you can tell us what the problem is, Mr. Aldoon. Anything for you, Trucy doll. Okay. Who is this guy? So, you run a noodle stand, Mr. Aldoon. Guy Aldoon's the name, and noodles are my game. The secret's in the soup. I've been searching for the perfect soup for 1.5 years. Oh, that's not that long, really. My family's been noodle men for generations. Got a lot of expectations on my shoulders. 15 fathers passing the noodle of 15 sons. That's a pretty old noodle. Aye, and fool that I was, I pushed it away. I rebelled against my pops and picked another livelihood. But it didn't turn out so well. Oh. There was no denying it. Salty broth runs through these veins, boy. So, it was like destiny that you became what you are. Right, destiny's the word. Oh, I fought it. But in the end, I was bound to a twisted noodle of fate. Not a mental image I care to linger on. So last year, I started my noodle stand. The 15th generation of Aldoon's Noodles. Okay, let's talk about that. Tell me more about Aldoon's Noodles. You don't know the genius that are my noodles? I make them so salty while they're saltier than salt. Now I really don't want to find out. Daddy's a regular at this noodle stand. He frequented my pops' stand back during his attorney days, too. Yep, him and his assistant. I'm sorry. I'll be sure to drop by your stand soon. Wish you could, Sonny! Huh? Heck, I wish I could. I'd give anything for a bowl bad now. What do you mean? I was stolen. My stand gone. Stolen? Huh? It was last night. I was doing my rounds, blowing my whistle. It's like an ice cream truck's bell, but louder. He even gets complaints. Now you're just trying to butter me up. That sounded more like the blues than a whistle. Closed up my stand for the night and parked by the house. Then this morning, dark and early, it was gone. My keep, my castle. Oh! Maybe some bum carted it off? Just guessing here. Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. Oh, my noodle bowls are in there too. That's the saddest thing I've ever heard all day. You know it. Anyhow, that's the deal. Good luck. Good. What? Wait. What exactly is your request? My noodle stand. Find it. And the day you bring my baby back is the day you feast on as many noodles as you want. Of course, I make it so hot and salty, 2 bowls will kill a man. That I really need a defense. Speaking of defense, that's what I do. I'm a lawyer. not a detective. This is where I live. You drop by if you need any info, okay? Get back today if you can, Paulo. I need noodles to make. Things have certainly taken a turn for the bizarre. Traffic accidents? Noodle stand thieves? Actually, there was something I wanted to ask you about too, Apollo. Huh? I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, listen to the lady's problem now. Don't be cruel. I lost something last night. That is, something that was stolen. Hey, what's this? More thieving and skullduggery. Well, someone stole a pair of my panties. Panties? What? So they were, stolen. Your, panties, yes. Right. Panties, yes. That's a crying shame, that is, Trucidol. I was alone in the office last night. I'd hung up the panties out there in the window there to dry. When a thief came and took them. Favorite panties. Ran after him. Give me those back, I shouted. Wait! Well, that was certainly brave of you. But I lost them. Without those panties, I don't know what I'll do. A darn crime shame, yup. Well, at least the scene of the crime's convenient. I'll mark it on your map. I'll be heading home now. Remember, find my stand or there'll be the empty bowl in your future, Paulo. Right. You know about Trucidol here too, you hear? Yeah. Things have suddenly picked up, haven't they? We had no work yesterday, now we have 3 cases. I guess. Let's see where we stand. Not in a courtroom, that's for sure. Well, the first item on the list. Phoenix Wright. Daddy's hit-and-run accident. We have to find the one who hit him. Who's gonna pay us for this again? And the second item, Mr. Eldoon's request. We'll find his noodle stand. For which we stand to gain a bowl of salty noodles. And the last request is mine. To find my stolen panties. The bowl of noodles is looking better and better. Let's go, Polly. To the streets. Aren't you enthusiastic? How could I not be? Let's crack these cases, you and me. I guess we might as well get started. Let's see. A hit and run, stolen stand, and last but not least, stolen panties. Okay. Let's get moving. Oh gosh. So this is when Mr. Wright got hit by that car? According to the map, this is the place. With a huge mansion. Apollo, there's a nice looking lady over there. Let's question her. Okay. I'm a little curious about, the park over there, too. Excuse me, can we have a few words with you? You want something? Whoa, that husky voice. Why am I suddenly sweating? That's quite a house you got there. Must have a lot of money. Money sounds like something my son would call his friends. This is the Kitaki family mansion, little girl. You kid with the hair. You want something? Me? No, not a thing. Bye. Paulo, we can't leave without questioning her. What if she knows something? But the Kitaki family! They're the biggest organized crime syndicate in town. You're going to ask something. Ask it. You're a man enough. Right. Hey, way to whip me into shape, ma'am. Does she know no fear? Plum Kitaki. Wife of the 4th head of the Kitaki family business. Friends call me Little Plum. I'm Little Apollo Justice, attorney at law. If looks could kill, this woman would be a mass murderer by now. Okay, as much as I... Who's that? She's looking at the park. She's pretty. I bet she's a story. You know? There's something about her. It's too bad she seems to be in a bit of a rush. I want to look at that. Let's talk to her first. The Katakis. Little Plum? That's a really cute name for someone so... Yes? Whoa! What is it, Apollo? How would you go through when you through me when talking to her, okay, Trucy? Huh? She's like a bit off of a needless procedure. I'm a lawyer. I live for needless procedures. Oh, little girl, you should know. We're gangsters. Oh, that means you're the bad guys. Trucy, through me, please, I'm begging you here. The bad guys. I like the sound of that. I'm gonna need some warm tea after this. It takes a lot of hard work to protect a family fortune. Things aren't as easy as they used to be for us bad guys. So you're saying that the business is in a slump? Let's not ask about business if we can help it, please. Relevant information. So, there's supposedly a car accident here last night. Last night? Of course you wouldn't know anything about it. Sorry to bother you. Wait. Yes? You're talking about that man, aren't you? The one who flew 30 feet and just walked away? That's my daddy. I should have known. One of our capos thought he'd make a great point man. Capo? Point man? Could you avoid using too much industry lingo? In any case, it's been nothing but trouble. I've been cleaning up this mess since morning. Blech. Cleaning up this... paint? Was this paint spilled the time of the accident? No, it was 9 last night. I heard a crashing noise. And found your father drowning in a sea of paint. So you came to his rescue? You've my husband, the boss, to thank for that. The car that hit your father knocked over this paint and turned the corner and sped away. We're in the middle of repainting our wall, you see. I'm sure that dragon is glaring right at me. But why are you out here cleaning it up? What do you mean? I mean, aren't you a gangster? Don't you have any goons to do your dirty work for you? Please go through me when you want to. Don't be such a stiff, lawyer boy. I suppose we gangsters do have a certain image. Yes. But we're community-oriented gangsters, you see? The boss likes to give back to the people, see? How noble of him. I availed myself to the public facilities to get rid of all the garbage. Now there's just the paint on the street to deal with. Public facilities? Ah, I wonder if she means that trash can. Gotcha. I have nothing to present. Can I present people? No. Well, I have nothing to present. Okay, moving on. Trash can? There's a big trash can on the way to the park. I guess we could check it out. A detective's life sure is a hard one. I'm an attorney acting... Huh? 2 pieces of garbage with paint on them. They're slippers. They look like those slippers you get at the hospital. Look at this, Apollo! Doesn't this go in a car? It's a side view mirror. It looks like it was torn off when it smacked into something. Or someone. Wait, you don't think... I do. This could be from the car that hit Mr. Wright. Wow, he took off this mirror? Never knew Daddy was so strong. I only have room in my pocket for one of these, though. Which do you want to take? mirror? Let's go look at that mirror. It's cut clean off. Wonder what's in there. Don't. It's like bare. There are bare wires hanging out. Let's see. Zap! Whoa! Well, are you okay? Just a little joke. Don't scare me like that. You mean don't shock you? Zap! Doesn't seem to be too useful. So paint on the slippers of the trash can. Well, let's go swap it. Swap the evidence, if you would. Righto. It's definitely one of the slippers. Huh? The spot here is black. I wonder what that is. It doesn't look like paint. Oh? The bottom is covered with paint. Huh? What's this weird shape here? It looks like a leaf was stuck to the bottom when the wearer stepped on some yellow paint. The outline was left when the leaf was removed. I got paint on my hand. Apollo. I saw you try to wipe your hand on my cape. Honest mistake. Well, I don't think we're gonna find anything else. But this one looks more relevant. What is happening over here? Looks like there's some trouble by the park gate. I smell an incident! Ma'am, there's no entry to the park. Now you don't tell me where I can't go, young fella! I always walk through the park on my way home! Please, get down from there. You'll hurt yourself, ma'am. That is quite the determined old lady. Personally, I'm a little more interested in the park. You know what I think? I bet they're filming a movie. Let's go take a look. Maybe we'll see someone famous. Hey, oh, miss, stay out of the park. He got mad at me. Did something happen here, officer? Huh? No. Move along. Nothing to see. Why don't you kids go play someplace else? We're not kids and we're not playing. I'm an attorney. Something wrong? Detective Sky. We're fine, ma'am. Nothing to report. Detective? Why is she wearing a lab coat? You're hardly one to comment on how people are dressed. And these kids are? Curiosity seekers, ma'am. They claim to be lawyers. Why don't you kids run along and play someplace else? Look, we're not! Or I might spill something on that pretty face of yours. Want a dose of experimental oh boy, there she goes again. One dose of experimental hydroxycellular hydroxycellular dose. A trace? No, I don't want that. I can't even spell it, pronounce it. Come again? What's hydroxy stuff? Whatever it is, it doesn't sound good. Let's go, Trucy. I'd try to keep out of the riffraff if you would. Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna get into more information like this. Why don't we ask that nice woman across the street? Ah, yes, the nice woman. Okay. Very nice. Can I ask you a question? What? What happened in the park across the street? Oh yes, quite the commotion. Chicago lightning, as the boss is saying. Chicago? Huh? Gunfire. Someone's killed. Strange circumstances, too. You kidding? What a morning! Trouble everywhere. The park, the gate, even our house. Did something happen at your house, too? A crime without honor, without remorse. It's a private matter. Want to hear about it? Somehow I don't think no is an acceptable answer, Polly. Okay. So, what happened at your house? bloomers. Last night. Alright. I got a bad feeling about this. Me, little pumpkin tacky, the victim of a panty snatcher. What? It wasn't just my panties that were stolen? Got you too, did they? Poor thing. Like I said, whoever did this is a hardened criminal. Wasn't you, was it? No, of course not. Mercy. I've heard where the panties have been disappearing lately. And the missing panties have all some in common. It's hard to imagine Trucy's and Miss Kataki's panties having much in common. Just imagine Miss Kataki's panties. I know! We'll find your bloomers too! Great! Show me what you're made of. What have you gotten me into this time, Trucy? That girl from before. Oh, welcome home, sweetie. Hello, mother. She's a Kataki too? Oh, miss! Hmm? Here, our flyer. The Wright anything agency? Anything agency? Yeah, do you like the new flyer? So, this is our defense attorney, Mr. Apollo Justice. Attorney? Drop by our office. We'll be waiting. Goodbye. Why did you give her a flyer? I don't know. She seemed like she could use some help. She's the heiress to a gangster dynasty. She doesn't need our help. I wouldn't be so sure. Hmm? Okay. I think we got all we can get out of here. Let's go to the scene of the stand theft. New. So, what is this place? This would be Mr. Eldoon's house, silly. Oh, so this is where his stand was stolen from. I could see a piece of evidence lying on the ground already. Hey! Look, there's a police car parked over there. Maractus Clinic? You're right. What's with the sparkly entrance? What is this place, a hospital? There's a sign. Maractus Clinic. 3 shots for the price of 1. Oh, that's where the thief went. The thief? The one who snatched my panties. He ran off in this clinic last night. Wait, maybe the police car is here to find my panties. I doubt that. Well, there's only one way to know for sure. Let's investigate. There you are, Sonny. Well, you find anything yet? No, not yet. The longer you loaf around here, the saltier your victory blow gets. Just remember that. This bowl of noodles is sounding less like payment and more like punishment. Alright, let's get some information. So, your stand. Eldoon's Noodles, was it? Aye, passed down from the father to son. The stand seen its share of salt. Salt runs in the family, you might say. I bet high blood pressure does too. So, your stand, Eldoon's Noodles, was stolen. It wasn't just the stand that was stolen, sonny boy. I lost those wobbly wheels, my salt-crusted stew pot, my stained sign. I didn't just lose a stand, I lost a legend. No one steals a legend and gets away with it on my watch. Let's find that legend, Apollo. Isn't it about time he bought a new one anyway, for the sound of it? Are there any more details you can give me about the stand? You bet, sonny boy. Happened last night. I was blowing my whistle like always, crying the town I was. Smell of broth filled the streets, thick and salty. I got home, well, right before 10 p.m., I reckon. I guess he's not aiming for the late night market. I washed my bowls and gave the wheels a squirt of grease, then I went inside. When did you notice it had been stolen? Early this morning, before the sun rose. Work starts early. Do that many people eat noodles for breakfast? Washed up my salted shores of ruination. The stand was my whole life in it. Nay, my whole being. They took everything? All my soup stock, my noodles, my bowls, and my dreams. At least they left one bowl. Look, they're on the ground. If you don't find that stand today, I'll be forced to walk the streets peddling that bowl. My last bowl. Please, I'm under enough pressure here as it is. Let's at least look at the bowl. Is this yours, Mr. Eldoon? Hey, there's the heart and soul of Eldoon's noodles. The bowl absorbs the salty soup. Pretty soon it'll gonna taste just like noodles. Wow, it does smell like noodles. All my other bowls got taken away with my stand. Get it back from me, son boy. I'm begging you. Okay. Duly noted. Let's take a look at it. Oh look! I love these little personal touches. Seems a shame to hide it on the bottom of the bowl. Huh? When I touched it, the paint flaked off. He must have painted it on by hand with warm professional care. After buying the cheapest bowl the paint he could find with a cold professional thrift. Although it's also on the inside. It's Eldoon Noodles' mascot, Mr. Salty. So cute. Not a very endearing mascot, is it? You know, come to think of it, it looks a lot like you, Apollo, especially the red parts. Can I help it if I like red? Other than that, nothing really, stands out about the bowl. But, at least we have one, so we know what to look for. Tarp? That's the place, right there! That's where I kept my stand, covered all nice and purty with the blue top there. So you use this plastic sheet to cover your stand at night? I see. You see? What? Did you figure out why it was stolen? Well, no, but it does suggest the thief knew what he or she was looking for. They clearly knew what was under the sheet. So it wasn't one of those casual drive-by stand snatches, you mean? Not bad, sonny boy. Not bad at all. Alright. Is that your sign? That's quite a sign. I take it that's new as opposed to old. Ah, you like it? Made it myself, I did. I meant to write noodles, but I ran out of space. Prior planning prevents poor performance. Lucky for me, it spelled the world all by itself. Spruces up my image, it does. It does have a certain power of willful denial thing going for it. Okay. Also, doggo. Look at Doggy! Good boy, Salty. I'm sure the dog has a real name, Trucy. Yep, sure does. Name's Spoon. And it's a she, by the way. Spoon doesn't seem so lively. She didn't get a bowl of salted broth this morning, that's why. Poor little thing. Apollo, let's find this stand soon, for Spoon's sake. I'm pretty sure dogs aren't supposed to eat noodles. Sodium could be very bad for them, I'm pretty sure. That's it. That's where the thief was snatched my panties ran to. It's a crying shame, that is. If they had to steal, make it in my loincloth, not some pretty girl's panties. The garage. Right. You don't think the thief lives there, do you? Blech. I wouldn't put it past the good-for-nothing doctor. Huh. Do I detect a little animosity there? Let's make sure to check it out, the garage, thoroughly. Isn't that breaking and entering? Let's, do you know these? Sorry, sonny boy. My interest is only for stand and precious little else. Good crack out of that case. Find my stand, I beg you. You can tell my bowls by Mr. Salty logo. Mascot of Eldoon's Noodles. They come to the stand, they sit, they drink deep from the bowl. And that's when they see the bottom, their face looks just like Mr. Salty's. Genius, no? Very high concept. You can't ply a trade if you don't love the tools. Remember that. Yes, sir! Trucy is a thing for professionals, clearly. Alright. Thank you, sir. Let's go look around over here. The doorway sure is sparkly. The Maractus Clinic, huh? Looks more like a casino parlor than a hospital. Must be quite profitable. Funny, it looks closed. Maybe they're on vacation today? And a police car? I'd understand if there was an ambulance outside, but a police car? Maybe they're tax evaders. Sorry, miss. No going to the clinic today. Did something happen? No. Nothing to see here. Move along. You'll have to find someplace else to play doctor. Do we look the right age to be playing doctor? We need to find a little more info about this miraculous clinic. We could ask Mr. Eldoon. He's a neighbor now. Oh, and we should check out the garage. What if the thief who stole my panties is still in there? Okay. Fine. Hey, do you think something happened next door? There's a police car out front. Probably gave someone food poisoning, I'll bet. If anyone's at risk of giving food poisoning... Police car got here this morning, actually. That's what they were up to, but they wouldn't even tell me, the neighbor. Huh. Not that I was surprised much. The doctor works for the wrong crowd. It's just a matter of time before he got what was coming to him. The wrong crowd? Never you mind about that. Okay. Can I go into the garage? Yes, I can. Oh, that's... What is happening in that box? This is the place! This is supposed to be where the panty snatcher ran. Are you sure? Maybe. Let's look for clues. Clues to a panty snatching. Clues, like a pair of panties. Trucy, could you try not saying panties so many times? It's weird. But not as weird as that heckin' skellebones. Someone's there! Oh, it's just a gold-painted human skeleton. Just a human skeleton? Painted gold? There's a mannequin hand waving to us from the box behind the skeleton. This place just screams hospital storage, don't you think? It screams something, that's for sure. There's something about this car. Let's take a closer look. Two things are standing out to me. Three, actually. One, the phone. Look, a cell phone. Someone dropped it beneath this tire. If the car moved, it would be crushed for sure. Huh. I wonder if it belongs with the doctor here. We should bring it to him later. Alright. If you look at there. Hey, look at that! The mirror's broken off. Now this is a clue. What? You're smiling like you know something I don't. You aren't keeping a clue from me, are you, Polly? A clue? Let's see. I don't have the evidence on me. Not that I can think of. No? What are you smiling about? I wasn't smiling. It was just the dust here. I was gonna sneeze. Don't make faces like that. So misleading, man. I know yawns are contagious, but sneezes? Well, I'm sure there's gotta be a clue somewhere. Let's keep checking the things around. Okay. What's that? That reminds me. I once read a record of a case that Mr. Wright worked on so many years ago. Apparently, there was this car with a piece of cloth shoved into the tailpipe. The piece of cloth turned out to be a vital clue to solving the case. Wow! I remember that case record whenever I'm checking out a car. And I always check the tailpipe. Everyone's gotta have a hobby, I guess. Wouldn't it be funny if... There's something in here. What? Wait a second. Are these your... Oh! The panties! What? Already? Huh? Wow, thank you, Paulo. You're a genius. Amazing. No, really. Don't mention it. Please, have my name off of this record. No, I'm serious. I'm really impressed. Must have a nose for finding girls' panties. Please don't say that ever again. And what are those? Well, panties, of course. They come home with the mama. Can't wait to use them. You're going to put them on now? What? Watch closely now. See? Nothing to panties. Boom! Ta-da! Whoa! Wait, where'd that come from? How did that bowl get in their panties? This is the weirdest game I've ever... They're in an... Her panties are in extra-dimensional space. Anything can fit in there. They're magic panties. One of the best tricks. Magic panties? I love them all over the Wonder Bar. I do shows there nightly. You mean those panties are a prop? You could have told me that a little sooner. I don't... Get rid of those. Well, that's one case closed at least. What are you saying? We still have to catch the slime devil who ran off with my tools of the trade. Oh, right. Someone tells me we're not finished searching the garage. I need to go back to the park.